because I actually have dealt with, like, I've had two brides email me being like, I'm so sorry, like, I'm so upset, I'm going to have to cancel with you because we never saw in our videographer's contract that they will no longer work with content creators, which
Really?
I think is so silly on their end because
Welcome to the Weddings.ie podcast. If you are getting married and looking for the very best wedding suppliers and venues in Ireland, check out Weddings.ie. We also host a massive wedding festival called Wedfest, where you can get to chat to these wedding suppliers and venues in person. You can find out more about up and coming events at Weddings.ie. How are you, Chloe?
good. How are you?
Very good indeed. So tell all of us what you do.
Okay, so I am a content creator, but I am also a video creator. So everybody and their nana knows what a content creator is these days. It's those short form style videos capturing the behind the scenes moments that could be missed. But I also offer video creation, and I suppose it's a better approach for my couples that don't like an immense amount of cameras in their faces and don't want to be overwhelmed on their day. So
Right.
that's where I'll come in with my phone, capture your entire day, and you'll get a full wedding video back from me that's not as long as well. So depending on the package that they book for, so say if they're booking a full day package, they'll get a full wedding video between 15 to 20 minutes back. So it's just a less invasive approach. It's just more chilled, more relaxed. So I offer those two, video creation and content creation.
So yeah, if somebody was looking just content creation to work alongside photographers, videographers, or like you can offer that package.
Exactly, yeah. So I can be
Yes.
like an add-on to your day with your photographer, videographer, or if you're just booking a photographer, I'll work with your photographer as well.
Very cool. Very cool. And like, how did you get into the wedding game?
So this is actually mad because like it's crazy the things that you might put like so much work into, and then the things that you just start on a whim and they end up just. So I literally 2 years ago, um, I think there was only one or two kind of content creators around at the time, and everything was kicking off hugely with the Americans and stuff having these content creators. And I had seen it on TikTok, and I was like, I put it up on my story, and I was like, lads, like, should I start this? Because I always felt like at family events, I had like a good eye for capturing like little moments. It could be like at like one of my partner's family's events, and it could be his grandparents like having a lovely moment, or like my own grandparents or my parents and stuff. And I'd always just find myself picking up my phone and like wanting to have that moment. And I kind of put it up my story anyway, and I was like, will I start? And then I had people messaging me like, hey, I'm getting married, I'm just wondering, can I book in? I was like, I don't even have a name yet, but I guess we're starting. And then yeah, I trialed with three brides back in August 2024 and absolutely loved it. And then it
Yeah,
just blew up from there.
take off from there. Very
Yeah.
cool.
The stuff you
Um,
started at whim. I literally had the Instagram. So I put it up, the story up, and I created the Instagram page. I was actually over in Paris with my friends and created the Instagram page the next day. And then it was done, ready to
awesome.
go. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice way to get into it and for it to
Absolutely. Yeah.
flow naturally. And like, what do you think then would make it different from others that do content creation, video creation, that sort
So
of
it
stuff?
would be like, I suppose, well, actually, two things. So, what I had mentioned before, the content creation offer, but I also offer you that video creation if you want the less invasive approach, the more relaxed approach, your wedding video done on the phone. But my approach is really important as well. Actually, it's mentioned a lot in my reviews that like I have really good energy on the day, but you also would forget I'm there. So I'm very fly on the wall approach, blend into the background. And I think that's how I ensure I capture those real raw moments, because you know yourself, like if everybody has a phone today, so it's
Yeah.
like no one will take any notice. So you're able to sneak in and kind of capture that moment. Where if someone's coming like in front of you with like a big camera, you're kind of gonna be like, it's not
Yeah, yeah.
right, you know. So it's like my way of being kind of sneaky and capture those little moments without like ruining that moment. Do you know?
Yeah. Very cool. And like, what should couples be asking people like yourself when they're coming to book a content creator? Like, what key things would be good for them to know?
I suppose like I feel like every content creator has a different vibe, a different approach. Like you have like your lovely like aesthetic posed content, you have like your fun TikToks bit of crack, and
Mhm.
then like my approach is like really chilled, like capturing the realness of the day. Like I always tell my brides, I don't stage, I don't pose, I don't do any of that. Like maybe the odd bit like after like their church shoot or in the evening, like just get like one or two little special moments, and that might be alongside the photographer. But other than that, every like I think it's to ensure like kind of what you want in the day. Like, do you want that like beautiful aesthetic kind of vibe, or do you want that kind of chilled, forget I'm there, capture the day without taking from the day kind of vibe?
Yeah. I
That's
would
what it
like,
is.
would you do, let's say when we got married, we had a content creator, but like my daughter was there and her job was like, okay, you have to do the TikToks. So she was
Say that
like,
again. Who wants to do the TikToks?
my daughter, I was like, her job was to like, yeah, do the TikToks and have a bit of fun with it.
Yeah.
So it was like, could you do things like that, like have a bit of crack with them, if there was
Yeah,
certain
yeah. So like
TikToks and
literally whatever they want on the day. So my vibe will always be like chilled behind the scenes. But like if they're like, oh, I'd love to do this TikTok for the crack with my bridesmaids, like absolutely, like no bother.
yeah, that's always good fun.
Because they are fun and they like kind of bring out the good vibes, and like, you know, when you're doing take two, take three, like everybody's just pissed themselves laughing, like it's great crack.
Yeah. Is there certain things that you're finding lots of couples asking you for? Like, what's the vibe? What are people liking at the moment?
I suppose again, like I feel like I keep repeating myself for you, but like it is just like, so say like what I love, I actually had this discussion the other day, was I've done like say a bride, and then her bridesmaids will ask me the following year to do theirs because they loved the approach on the day.
Ah, yeah,
Like the chilled approach. That's what I find a lot of my couples would be emailing, be like, oh, I saw you at so and so's wedding. Like you were like super chilled, like such good energy. Like, can I book in with you? And I feel like that's what they're kind of looking for, is just, I want some brides, and it's like they'd be like, my groom is allergic to cameras in his face. I'm trying to explain to him about having a content creator, and he's like, it's bad enough we have to do the photographer, videographer. I don't need a content creator as well. And then I'm trying to, so I voice note a lot of my brides just to kind of, I feel like it's more relaxed, it's more chilled. And I'd be explaining to them, being like, look, I'm not going to be having you on top of the roof, jumping off, like doing all these crazy things. Like they're looking for that chilled approach. And like I always say, capture the day without taking from your day. So even though I'm in the field of photos and videos, I am a huge believer in staying in the moment and don't let that take over your day either. Don't have yourself overwhelmed. You know,
yeah,
stay present in the moment. So that's why I stand by my approaches, because I make sure that they're in the moment, they have good energy, but I'm not like, okay, smile, smile, smile. Do you know, like
yeah,
loads
yeah,
of that in your face. Yeah.
yeah. I see a lot. There's a lot of photographers and videographers a bit of beef with content creators at the minute. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what's
Which
your
is,
thoughts?
it's unfortunate because I can actually see both sides. I had this conversation with a photographer just last week. So I think, okay, so from a photographer's perspective, I've actually chatted with some of them, and when I arrived, I kind of felt like, oh, they weren't happy to see me there. And then halfway through the day, they were like, come here, look, I'm really sorry for like how cold I was at the start. It's just we've had really bad experiences. And I can understand that, because some people would be like, oh, I have a phone in my hand. I can do this job too. And that's where the problem lies, is it's not about you just have a phone and you're just rocking onto someone's day. You have to have like an eye for it. You have to have the professionalism. You have to have a mutual respect with your team, who you're working with as well. And I have always had, and I think that's like, I think what the problem is like, so say like the photographer, like, look, I'm really sorry for how cold I was in the morning. We've had really bad experiences. Like there could be key moments, and the content creator will stand right in front of us, or they'll be all over the place in the ceremony and stuff, because they don't have the experience of it. And I know everybody's learning and there's a room for everybody, but at the same time, I have, I do think a lot of people look at it for money side of things. And I think you need to look at it from, like, you need to love what you do, and you need to
Yeah.
have like an eye and a passion for it.
Hmm.
And I think that's what's most important. And then I can also see how disheartening it is. Like I have had unfortunate situations where, you know, you feel kind of put down and as if you're like less than. And I think that's not fair either, because like the photographer that I dealt with at the weekend was so, so lovely. And we actually made such a good point together. And we were like, if you're confident in your work, you
Hmm.
don't have a reason to be nasty to somebody else. So I think focus on your own work, focus on your creative side, how confident you are in your work, and like there's room for everybody
Yeah.
here, you
Well,
know? So I can see it from both perspectives. I think like people, we all just have to have a mutual respect for each other.
yeah. Well, the thing is, like, you're working for one goal in mind, and that's to make the bride and groom happy. Like, you should be
Absolutely.
working together, no matter what even like when we were playing in bands before the first dance, I would be checking the lights and everything and asking photographers, videographers, are the lights okay for you? Like, just checking in with everybody in the room. Is everything okay? Because at the end of the day, we're all working for one person. It's like,
Yeah,
it's better to work together. But yeah,
absolutely.
I can see some of the photographers saying things like, yeah, just inexperience, not knowing
Yeah,
where it
and then
should
it's
be.
kind of giving us like a bad rep. So that's why I can't, like, I'm not just going to be like, oh, they're so mean. Like, as in, you can see from both sides why you would be, because they're there to do a job as well. And if somebody is messing up that job for them, like,
Mhm.
you're going to, for the next content creator, you're just going to assume they're all the same and we're all going to be put into the same box.
Yeah.
So, like, and then you do have an element who just do not want to, like, like, it is unfortunate. I actually have dealt with, like, I've had two brides email me being like, I'm so sorry, like, I'm so upset, I'm gonna have to cancel with you because we never saw in our videographer's contract that they will no longer work with content creators. Which
Really?
I think is so silly on their end, because they're being so stubborn and they're not evolving with the times, that they're
Yeah.
gonna lose out themselves on bookings
Yeah.
if they're doing that. If
Hmm.
they've had a bad experience, like, I get it, like I said, but I'm telling you, it's just not gonna
Yeah.
it's not gonna look good. Like, you need to be confident in your work.
Yeah. No, well, I can see from a couple side, if they want it, and look, like, content creators are a thing now, they're massive. It's like that people want these things. It's like, if you're a photographer, videographer, I would be getting onto the content creators and go, hey, let's be friends. Can we work
Yeah,
together?
and I
Like,
do. I reached out to, like, even before, like, starting the day, I'll always reach out, being like, really looking forward to working with you. And like, now I've had maybe 2, 3 max bad experiences in my 2 years. Like, all the photographers and videographers I've worked with have just been legends, like, so, so nice. You know, I'm coming on, like, they like, to the point at the end, they're like, "Do you need to, like, get anything or do anything?" I'm like, "No, no, I'm grand." Like, they're like, I'm super, like, chilled, like, so, like, I'm just not in people's faces. Like, there's always a respect level on my
yeah.
end.
Yeah. I would say for a couple, it's like, look, get what you want. If you're getting a content creator, um,
Yeah,
I
because
know
it's
for
their
me, and if the
day.
videographer or photographer turned around and went no, be like, well, that's not what I want. It's like, yeah,
It's scandalous, like, it's there,
yeah,
but it's mostly, like, yeah, I think it's just, if we all just take a breath, see what's going on, like, it's coming whether people like it or not, and just evolve with the times, be positive, don't give yourself a negative
yeah.
workspace, and just drive on.
Adapt. If you're getting married and looking for the very best wedding venues and suppliers in Ireland, head over to weddings.ie. Here we have a venue finder and supplier finder feature. You can fill in all your information, what you're looking for, and it will recommend you the best wedding venues and suppliers. You can then message them all in one go. They will get back to you with their availability, brochures, and pricing. It's a super simple way to find the best wedding venues and suppliers, and to make the planning process super simple. So go to weddings.ie and start booking the perfect venues and suppliers for your big day. Any tips for couples, like booking with packages? You know, if they're budgeting, any idea where?
I think just sit down and discuss what's a priority for you on the day. Like, do you want to sit down after the wedding and look back on all the pictures and videos? And do you want to put more budget into that more high end photographer, your content creators, your videographers? Like, do you want to pay for, like, that, like, amazing work? Or are you kind of like super chilled and you're like, no, do you know what? Like, I'm okay with photos, videos. I want to put more. I love music. I want to put more into, like, the band that we book and the crack for all my guests. I think just, like, prioritize, like, rather than going for hell for leather for everything. I think prioritize what's important to you, whether it's the fun, the crack, and the celebrations with your guests at the end, or whether it's, you know, even just the ceremony, like down to your celebrant, like if that's like so important to you, like at the end of the day, I always tell my brides, like you're getting married, like sometimes you can get caught up in all the planning that you know your celebrant is so important as well, like that's who's marrying you, like so like prioritizing that as well, or your photos, videos, just see where your priorities are, and then put more of your budget into that, and then
Hmm.
your things that are less of priority is where you can kind of save that money then.
Yeah. And what about you? Do you offer different packages, or have you flat rate
Yeah,
one
so
thing?
I would offer actually only recently, I because I was always calling myself a content creator. So then when I realized my videos were longer, that's when I kind of was doing the video creator. So at the moment I'm doing up separate packages. So I'm going to be doing my content creator packages and my video creator packages. So my content creator packages will be at a lower rate because they're shorter form style videos, 2-3 minute videos, and then the video creation of course would take more editing and more time and more footage. So that would be, yeah. But all my packages, so I'm doing up a website as well at the moment. So they'll be available on the website. But if you're looking to have a read of the packages now or booking, just send me a DM or an email on Say I Do by Chloe.
Yeah, very cool. And like for your package, do you be there all day, or do you offer packages for
So
split days? Or
I'm not like rigid on what they want. So like I feel like this like people are like having different days now. Like they're not going or like traditional routes. So a lot of the time I might tailor a package for brides. So I'll offer your normal like morning ceremony, morning to dinner entrance and speeches, morning to first dance. So we have all of them. But like say another bride might be like, I actually don't really need the morning. So even if you want to come for like the ceremony and then stay for our first dance, or like another
yeah,
bride might, do you know, it might be a bit more like chilled, and like I don't mind tailoring a package for couples as well. Like tomorrow I have a wedding um on a Wednesday, which I love. And it's like I think I'm there for like 11ish and then finishing for 4 or 5. So like
ah,
some people are like more chilled and then other people will stick with the traditional route. So whatever they
uh-huh.
want.
Yeah. And like, where all do you travel to?
Wherever they want. I've
Really?
gone abroad, which I'm so lucky for, and I've also gone up to the top of Ireland, to the bottom of Ireland, left or right, wherever they need
Yeah.
me to be there.
Oh, brilliant. Have you done any abroad? Did you say you
Yeah,
did?
so I've done Lanzarote and Tuscany.
Very cool.
Yeah, and I did a hen party in Marbella. I also offered that as well. I never even said that. I do hen parties, engagement parties, birthdays, baby showers, literally any event you want captured, I'll do it.
Yeah. Would you do an engagement shoot, surprise
Okay,
engagement shoot?
so I actually had this conversation with my partner a few weeks ago. No. I think at the moment, no. I
Okay.
honestly think the stress that
Yeah.
that will bring me, because you're capturing that moment, and I don't know. I don't know. I think that that's like that's next level. Like I feel like I'd have to have 50 cameras with me
Yeah.
to make sure we're getting it, because it's not like you can be like, "Hey, do you mind going back down on
Go
one
again.
more time so I can make
Yeah.
sure?" I just I don't
Yeah.
know. Like I feel like that's that's super, super
Yeah. I'll
not a
tell you what, no.
limit. Like I know, like I think it's more so like I know I'd be well able, but I just think like whereas like when you're coming to somebody's wedding, there's so many little moments that you can capture, and it's like more
Yeah.
fun and it's a longer day. Whereas this is like one
One
key
and done.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think there is a bit more stress to that. And then you
Yeah.
hide as well. Do you
Yeah.
know? Like you can't exactly be like, "Hi, how are you?" Do you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like you're
I'll tell you,
so
when we got engaged in the Amalfi Coast.
oh,
So I had
unreal.
I had organized well, there's a lovely place up there, villa something, nice spot overlooking
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
water. And I got on to a load of photographers, and they were looking like scandalous money, crazy, crazy,
Right.
crazy. And I was like, I need 2 or 3 photos here. You just need to be here at this one
Yeah,
point. But
yeah.
I managed to find they were like a content creator. There's like, yeah, we turn up mobile phone, and the villa itself. If I was taking photos there, I needed to pay the villa 800 quid. And
Oh
this
my
guy was like, "Nah, I'm coming in the phone. It's grand. I'll just
Mhm.
be there." So it worked out very well. I've done the whole
Yeah.
pretend. I was like, "Oh, take a photo of us,"
Yeah,
and like, yeah, done the whole
yeah,
thing. So it worked
yeah.
out well. But yeah,
That's deadly.
it's scary, scary moment.
I think my nerves would just be shattered for if I knew it was coming up and I was like, "Oh my gosh, don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up."
Yeah, I'd say it is great though for going abroad, this is the thing, you'd be so flexible for that, and
Oh my God, like I have brides being like, "Hey, I'm just inquiring, like, do you mind like traveling to so and so?" I'm like, "Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I am free. Book me on." Like, how amazing. Like, what an opportunity. Like, my wedding in Tuscany was a dream. Like, a dream. Like, I was there for 4 nights and it was like in this gorgeous what do they call them in Tuscany? It's like a Tuscan villa or whatever, but it's like kind of like a castle as well. But it
all right,
was, oh my God, like it was
yes.
beautiful.
And did they have photographers and videographers as
So it
well?
was just myself and a
Uh-huh.
photographer. So
Yeah,
she hired me as like a video creator. She's getting the
yeah,
15, 20 minute style video, and then she had a photographer as well.
yeah. That's a
Um,
great show. And was she an Irish couple?
yeah, she was
Yeah,
from Clare, but well, kind of UK side, but originally from Clare, yeah. And then
yeah,
my Lanzarote bride had everybody then. So she had the photographer, videographer, and then she had me as well. And she was Irish as well, yeah.
yeah. See, that's massive, I would say, for couples organizing from here, having to go away,
Yeah.
knowing that they can book somebody from here, they can actually talk to you. A lot
Yeah.
more conversation can be done instead of booking someone over there. There might be a language barrier.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
100%. I
that's
actually have my
massive.
first American couple next Tuesday. I'm buzzing for that. I don't know
Very
what it is,
cool.
but I always wanted an American couple. I was just talking to a couple of vendors a few weeks ago. I just feel like they'd be mad crack.
That's cool. Very, very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Um, and like you'll travel the whole of Ireland, like you'll go up and
Yeah, I
down.
don't
It's
mind.
happening. Yeah, yeah.
Wherever you need me, I'll be there. I
Easy
actually
peasy.
love the drive. It's more the drive home where like you finish it's like when you're on a high and you've just like had the best day and capturing someone's day and then you get into the car and you're like, oh God, I have to drive home.
Yeah. Ah, part of the game.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. But no, I wouldn't change it. Like if any couple would message me like, "Oh, do you mind?" No, I travel wherever they need me.
very cool. Any any more top tips for couples booking anything to do with weddings? Like
Well, actually,
what?
no, I do actually do tips on TikTok, which is also Say I Do by Chloe. But I do like tips for my couples just in general, like to kind of, like I was saying, like you can get so caught up in the planning to remember you're getting married. So like one main tip for me would be, I always say that time when the dinner bell is rang, it takes so long to herd all the guests into the room that take that half an hour to go up to your room, have a glass of champagne, and kind of take in the day with your partner.
Yeah,
That would be like my top tip that I always say. Like even if you find another block somewhere else, because you can get caught up in with everything and with ourselves and the photographers and the videographers and your guests and stuff. Like just make sure that you have time for each other on the day as well.
yeah, that's massive. I know for like when we get married, we were the same. We did take a few key moments here and there. We're like, we're gonna go and stand in
Yeah,
this hallway
just to take a
alone for
breath.
a while.
Like holy shit,
Yeah,
we just got married. Like you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, very, very cool. Any special offers or events or things coming up?
Yes. So, well, you'll see me at weddings.ie in September as well. So that's my events coming up. So you'll see me there. But my offers that I have, I'm going to be doing just for the next 2 weeks for 2027, my 2027 brides, my 2028 brides. I'm doing €200 off my packages for the next 2 weeks.
Very cool. And how far ahead are you booking, or like how long in advance would you recommend for a
Well,
couple
my
to get in
2028
touch?
book is opened now. I did have
Uh,
one or two 2029s coming
really?
in as well. Yeah. So I was like, just give me a year. I was so close to be like, go on. So I'll book it. I was like, just give me until the end of this year and come back to me. But my 2028 book is open.
Yeah. And like how far in advance would you recommend a couple get in touch with somebody like a content creator? Like
Well,
8 months out, a year out, 18?
I
Like,
think for everything, just get it done as quick as you can. Because I was saying to my best friend, she's just recently got engaged, and she's like, "Oh my god, so much stuff is booking up, and my wedding's in not till 2028." I was like, "Girl, get everything booked now because one, most importantly, you can enjoy the lead up to it, not be stressed out. And you can actually, financially plan of what you're setting aside for the next 2 years, have an idea in your head, have everything booked in, have your deposit sent. But like, just also like, just have all, like, enjoy the lead up. You're getting married. It's your wedding day. Like, don't have all the stress take over that. Do you know, like,
yeah.
get it done now, early, and be done
Mhm.
with it, and then enjoy that. You're gonna have the best day ever.
Yeah, yeah. for sure, for sure.
Because some
Any,
people are like, my wedding's in 2 years. I'll start planning a year. I'm like, girl, don't.
yeah,
Don't.
yeah, people will be surprised. Like, I know from being in the wedding bands, like our wedding band was getting like 1,000 inquiries a year. It's like we're only doing 50, 60 weddings. It's like
Oh my
you
god.
can't you can't do them all. And
No,
like,
no.
yeah, people be busy getting in touch
Yeah,
early
it's
when you.
like some but see, like, it's all so new to everybody. Like, when you're engaged, like, it's your first time engaged, it's your first time getting married, you're like, "Oh, sugar." So, like, people don't actually know. So, I suppose this chat we're having here, it's good for people to know, like, to book well in advance because, like, I've had poor brides contacting me being like, "Hey, I'm getting married in July, like, of this year," and, like, I'm "Girl, I'm so sorry, but, like, I am, like, not at all." And because like summer is like the craziest month ever. And you just feel so bad letting people down and like people just don't know either. So yeah, definitely that would be another tip is like get everything done early, but get all your deposits sent over and just
Yeah,
yeah.
and I would say go to something like Wedfest nice and early.
Oh,
So you,
absolutely.
you get to see everybody and everything and talk to everybody.
But
And
I always
yeah,
say that I love coming to Wedfest as well because you actually get to you're not just like a computer screen like emailing someone back and forth. Like you actually get to talk to your couple and you get to vibe with them and you get to chat with them and feed that energy as well. Like, like you want to know who you're booking on the day as well. And I think that's so important. I always say like having that good energy on the day. I actually just got off a bridal call, and she was telling me who her photographer was. I was like, oh my God, I worked with him loads before. He's so lovely, such good energy. And she was like, yeah, I wanted 100% make sure that I had that good energy because like you're with your photographer, videographer, content creators from morning to night. So you need that
all day.
good energy, that good vibes. Like it's so vital. Yeah, breakfast is so important for that because you're gonna go and meet them, you're gonna get those vibes going and, chat more about it rather than emails. I feel like emails are great, but they're not as personal, whereas when you go and meet someone in person or even have the calls and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and it's something actually. This is the thing. There's nobody there on your wedding day. As you say, it's your photographer, content creator, videographer, the ones that are there all day from morning right until first dance, the
Yeah,
band kicking off.
yeah,
They're the only people with, and they're actually telling you what happens. What the outline of the day is.
yeah,
Because
absolutely.
yeah, I remember even when we get married, it was like we were all just the lads standing there like. What's
What
going like people well right now you have to go and do this. We're like, all right,
yeah,
cool. So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
yeah, good
They're
having
really like a
good.
wedding coordinator as well, like.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah,
it's good to have somebody that's good crack, good vibe, and yeah,
absolutely, yeah,
makes the wedding
100%
fun.
agree.
Have you any juicy wedding stories about weddings you've been to, or any crazy things that have happened, or behind the scenes?
Um Oh, we had like a funny thing where my bride got new Jimmy Choo shoes for her wedding, which I'm sure you know are so expensive. And she was i- we were lucky that the ceremony was finished. I was gonna say coming in, but that definitely didn't happen. But we were lucky her husband was a firefighter and all of the most of his groomsmen were firemen and they brought the fire truck with them, okay? But she was walking out for pictures and didn't her heel of her new, oh my God, her new Jimmy Choo shoes get stuck in the drain to a point where it wasn't a thing of pulling it out. Like it literally would not come out. So they had to don't ask me what it was called, but literally do a full fireman job on it and drain off. Like it was really broken and get it out. I actually have the video. I think a video on my Say I Do, so you can check it out. But it was absolutely like at the time it was not funny because Jimmy Choo shoes and how are we getting this out? But then after when we were laughing about it, we were like, how did that just happen? Like, but it was just so funny and what a coincidence. I was like, well, look, at least your husband's a firefighter anyway. You picked a good one.
Yeah, that's very cool. That's
Yeah.
funny. That's a great story.
So yeah,
As
yeah,
in, there'd be lots of mad things happening on behind the scenes that, as in, the bride and group don't even know what's going on behind the scenes.
yeah,
They're just
yeah.
everything runs
But
smooth.
no, other than that, there's just been good energy, good vibes. Like everybody's just had a great day. Like there's been
Yeah.
no drama or craziness.
Mhm. Very cool. So, where do people find out about you and get in contact?
So it's Say I Do by Chloe on TikTok and Instagram. You can DM me on Instagram or send me an email at sayidobychloe@gmail.com. But I will be getting on the website over the next few months as well. So you'll be able to see a better layout of like packages and different services that I offer, and you'll be able to kind of inquire directly through there as well. But for the moment, yeah, it's Say I Do by Chloe on across all socials.
Cool. And what happens from, let's say, the first inquiry to the wedding day? Like, how's the process there? What happens?
It's a chat, firstly, because I love to get to know my couple and I love for them to get to know me. I actually have started a lot is being like, hey, do you want to pass me over your WhatsApp number? And I prefer kind of voice noting back and forth. And they're like, oh, thank God you're voice noting back and forth because these emails are driving me bonkers trying to get back to them all. So it's nice also to like have a chat, have the crack, like voice note back and forth. And then we go back over to emails then when I'm sending them like confirmations and stuff. But I love doing the voice notes because you can kind of put people at ease as well. Like I had a bride just last week being like, look, I'm just gonna put it to you straight. I'm so anxious when it comes to pictures and videos. Like I don't want like anybody like coming in my face or anything like that. And I'm like, absolutely no problem. Don't be stressing out. Like it's completely chilled with me. And she's like, right, book me in. Because like you're kind of getting that, like I was saying, even for Wedfest, when you meet someone in person, it makes a huge difference chatting with them and like seeing if your energies vibe, together. And then same when they're inquiring, like, so it starts off like we'll voice note back and forth. I'll get a few details about their day, what they're looking for. And then if they're happy to book in, then done and dusted.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Easy
Like
peasy.
quick check in, couple of weeks before type thing,
Yes,
and
so
yeah, there you go.
I'll always my emails are always open. So if they want to add anything in, change anything they can. But we'll always have a call, a bridal call about a week before their day. Just
Awesome.
have a chat, just to dot the I's, cross the T's, make sure. Because actually, you'd be so surprised the amount of brides, because obviously it's so hard to remember everything and contact everybody. They'd be like, "Jeez, Chloe, I forgot to tell you I changed my feckin' location." I'm like, "Well, it's good we had this call."
Very
I like
cool.
rock up to the wrong venue. Yeah.
Very cool. Um, Anything else you want to add in, or are you happy enough? All good?
No, just Say I Do by Chloe, girls. That's where you'll find me. Get your
Yeah.
bookings in. I'll be there on your day. Have the crack.
Awesome.
And thank you so much for having me. And I'll also be at Whitfest in September.
Awesome. Are you coming to Cork or both shows? Are you coming Cork,
Coming to
Galway?
both. Yeah, I'll be there at both.
Awesome.
I'll be there.
Awesome. Class. Good stuff. Nice one, Chloe. Sure,
Thanks,
that's the
Neil.
pod. And
Bye.
we'll catch up soon.
Perfect.
Thanks very much for watching the episode. Hope you enjoyed it. YouTube is going to recommend another one for you to watch right here. Check it out and leave any comments below. We'd love to hear from you.